All right, so here we are. So we're going to talk a little bit. This is one thing I've noticed. So I was in Vegas and it was for business. Now, this is the crazy part. One thing I kind of saw this. There's consumers, there's producers, but there's one thing in the middle because there's always three sides to a coin. You have the heads, tails, and then you have the rim. Three sides. Now, there's consumers and producers. What's the third side to that? I sat for a long time and thought about this. What is it? Because you can't consume everything. Sometimes you produce some things. What's in between it? As I sat there, analyzed the chessboard, looked up. Okay, if the casino is producing the fun, and I, as a consumer and consuming the fun, whatever it may be, the in between has to be blank. And it wasn't obvious at first. It wasn't obvious at first. And then it came to me. Leaving. That's the rim is leaving. All right. Because when you leave, you can no longer consume nor produce because you're gone. In terms of Vegas. In terms of Vegas. Because if you can't spend your money there, you're no longer consuming it. Or if you're a street artist, you're no longer producing to make some coin. But if you're leaving, you're not contributing to any of them. Sure, on the way out, you might get some gas, but not the same extent as gambling 400 or 500. Now, that's up to debate. It's up to everyone to decide, decipher through that. But it's up to debate. Essentially, the reason why I brought this up is because I like watching people and what they do. Brings me back to my history days in history class, sitting there analyzing, professor, what learning from the professor, taking notes. Now I'm not in the classroom. I'm out in the field. I'm sitting there. I don't have my notebook because it's in my mind now. I'm taking mental notes. All right. Watching everybody. Oh, he does that? Okay. Oh, 1 4 cents. Oh, okay. Oh, it's your birthday. I can see. You're dressed as it's your birthday. Okay. Okay. Your man let you come to Vegas. Wow. Wow. Don't know why he did that without you him. Oh, oh. Ladies weekend. Oh, oh. Oh, you're gambling 400. You might win. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh, you have 500. Now, never gamble unless it's a lock. That's what I say. Unless you know you're gonna win, don't gamble. It's not at that point, it's not gambling. It's winning. That's a fact. Anyways, watching all this go down. Then you start looking at the micro things that people are doing with their faces. Then you look a little deeper, and then you look into their eyes. That'll tell you everything you need to know right there. Eyes are the window to the soul. As someone speaks and they keep on speaking, you'll start to understand their position on you. That's what I've come to understand, at least. Now, when I was in Vegas, they say it's Sin City. That is partially true. To a certain extent, it is. To a certain extent, it is. Because when I think of Sin City in my head, I go back, I'm not Christian or anything, but I think of the story in the Bible of Babylon. when it got turned to salt. Wait, shit, was it at Babylon? Hold on, let me ask Siri. Siri, which city got turned to salt in the Bible?
I found this on the web.
Gomorrah. That's what it was. Gomorrah. There was one other city, I believe. What cities in the Bible got turned to salt?
Here's what I found.
Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what it was. Sodom and Gomorrah, not Babylon. Sodom and Gomorrah did that. Even though Babylon was a whole nother story. But anyways, Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what I thought of when I was in Vegas. It's all right. Pretty rough stuff there. You got guys handing out cards for hookers. You got people gambling, drinking. Main consumption is alcohol over there. You have the street performers trying to make their money. Okay. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but what I will say is it's in the name, Sin City. It's in the fucking name. Now, I've been to a lot of bad places in my life, like real rough places, but then I've also been to some evil places. One place that's far more evil than Vegas, that's Amsterdam. That place is fucking wild. When I was walking through the red light district, I couldn't believe myself. I swear, I was like, holy shit, this is different on every level. I've never experienced anything like this. Now, I didn't go to Amsterdam because I wanted to. I went there because my plane got stopped for a night before the next day. Fuck it, go check out the city. I'm already there. But yeah, but what I did notice in Amsterdam is everything was relatively accessible by foot, which was really cool. And the transit system was very excellent. I thought their mobile transportation was far better than here in America. By they had an entire bridge from a giant bridge that was miles long that was only dedicated for a bus for the buses that moved through there for the people, not for private or anything. It was only for buses, so it eliminates traffic. One thing I can't stand is traffic. So Amsterdam had a flawless system in terms of moving people around. I thought that was amazing. A lot of Europe does too. A lot of Europe does. So that was amazing. The ability to move around. Really neat. So I guess you got to give something up to receive something, I guess. Netherlands, very beautiful though. Enjoyed it. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Love the architecture. Really old, really nice. Light district though, that is definitely that wow. Because it's just not that the women's in the windows. It's also they have drug dealers on the street, publicly selling drugs. At least in Vegas, they try to kind of hide it. No, not there, man. In Amsterdam, everything's legal. Heroin. I'm pretty sure the government issues it to the people too, or some shit like heroin clinics or something. All I know is not a bad place though. All right, in terms of public transportation, but hey, man, everyone has different strokes for different folks, as they say. That's one thing I kind of noticed. Some my observations around the world. Yeah, some people shouldn't not. Also, some people just can't handle Vegas at all. Just get fucked up and pass out on the streets. Like, yeah, some people just can't handle Vegas. I don't know why. Maybe it's a stimulation overload. Maybe it's a I've never done this before. Look, couldn't tell you, but some people just can't handle Vegas. Getting carried out by their buddies, puke all over them. Yeah, yeah. But essentially, yeah, that's something to think about. Would I go back to both of those places? I'd have to think about it. What's the purpose? Depends. Kind of already been there, done it. I'd have to decide. But what I do know is The casinos are very nice. I really like Caesar's Palace. That was a very nice hotel. I think they did a classic job. I really enjoyed the sculptures that they had in there. Thought those were really cool. You don't see that too often. Sculptures made out of marble. At least I think that's what they were in there. You don't see that too often. Not in the modern era of the 21st century. Rarely see it. Sculptures everywhere that are made out of marble. Don't see it. It's lost art. They should bring it back. So guarantee it. If a city or town has a bunch of marble statues everywhere, it looks really cool. Not cement statues, marble. Not bronze, because those eventually turn blue or green or whatever. It just doesn't look fresh. But marble does. Probably have to build it really high on a platform so people can't fuck with it. Yeah. Hmm. I got a question for you. Why in America is public transportation less accessible? Accessible. Because when I was on the public transportation in Amsterdam or anywhere in Europe, the public transportation was very clean and smelled very well. Opposed to the buses or whatever I've been around here in America. Not the same. Why is that? I don't have an answer, but I am raising a question. Maybe one day we'll have a solution. Until then, check us out on Rumble, like and subscribe. Peace.